Itadori and Toda versus.
Oh yeah.
When they start doing the clap.
Yeah.
And they switch.
Oh,
cold.
It's like a street ball fight. It's just beating up.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, when they animate Shibuya.
Yeah, Shibuya.
Oh my
crazy.
god.
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen is better than Demon Slayer.
I agree 1,000% on that. I put Jujutsu Kaisen in my top 5 easily. Hands down.
That's what you need to watch that as well, right?
Jujutsu Kaisen is top 5 anime.
Alright.
Don't know. Now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know, nigga.
Of all time.
Yeah.
I need to give it a watch.
Jujutsu, bro.
How many episodes are there?
First season 24. And the manga's kind of short. It hasn't finished yet, but it's 100 and something chapters right now. So.
And the movie's coming out in 2 weeks.
I don't know. I need to watch it.
In the UK.
I don't feel cool.
Got an underrated one in Naruto. What's his name? Can't lie, Rock Lee against Gara.
Gara, I knew you were gonna say
That's not underrated. Everyone loves that fight. When the weight is
when he dropped the noise it made, it just
and it was like, what the hell? Like, how heavy those weights were. That's like the first time.
as well. Like, if you had the other,
I like his sensei in the war fight.
Guy Sensei versus
Madara. That was bad.
That's the first time we see the 8 gates like at full potential.
And then he still got quaffed, but
that's
still like
peak. It was peak.
And then he basically like crippled himself, just released that, and then did he heal up? Like in Boruto, is he like? He's still I should have loved it.
But that shows you the power scaling of like Madara, especially at like Otsutsuki like level, like that Madara was basically untouchable. And Madara had to be written out by a plot. Like no one could be, even Naruto and Sasuke with the 6-part powers still couldn't beat Madara.
But then he got powered up by something. He powered up, then he
Madara.
Yeah,
because Black Zetsu betrayed him and then absorbed him into becoming Kaguya.
No, but see that's what annoyed the whole Kaguya thing annoyed me because it came out of nowhere. There was no story, like
there was a build up to
there wasn't,
it was just like bam, changed the plot completely. I feel you. Oh man.
And I'll say I haven't watched that fight. I've read them. I did watch that fight. No. You've watched the Jigen. I haven't watched the Jigen.
Naruto and Sasuke vs Jigen.
I haven't seen that, but the movie one, the Boruto movie. Naruto
versus Momoshiki.
Yeah, that was
that's a hard fight. Yeah, but yeah, I'd say, to be honest, in my ranking, I would put that Momoshiki fight below.
So that's it.
Jigen and Naruto vs Sasuke, because Naruto and Sasuke fight Jigen twice, and the first time is sick, but obviously you get to see, just because Jigen's powers are different to everyone else, so you kind of see like how powerful Jigen actually is.
Are they in the same universe?
Yeah.
Oh, is that in Boruto?
Yeah.
They need to explain like the Uzutsuki clan and like they're basically aliens and like they just got for me it gets out of hand, but I need the.
But you see where the plot is going, and obviously, if you're reading Boruto, and now it's hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going into a time skip soon. Because
I'll start reading it.
Has there already been a time skip?
No, not yet. They're going into it.
I'll start reading it again when they go to the time skip.
I didn't like Boruto, but do you reckon I should give it a chance?
That's all I don't know if
don't watch the anime, just read the manga.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Kakshi versus Obito. Best anime fight ever for me.
Whatever.
Yeah?
How do you pronounce the name properly? I was going to use Obito.
That's probably the only anime name I can pronounce properly. That fight, the story behind it, and then between the flashbacks and the thing. It's the whole backstory to it, the whole emotion to it. For me, it's the best anime fight.
And it had parallels of like Naruto relationship with Sasuke and
it's cold.
I got pushed under the rock, bro.
Yeah, that was peak.
I know we didn't have that.
I remember reading the manga.
Jiraiya Sensei against Pain. That was a good fight.
Wow, that's peak.
Because obviously it's hard to mention that fight because obviously
I forgot that fight.
Obviously he lost, but
Pain versus Jiraiya.
That was a cold fight. That was a cold.
It's emotional. It was the first time like
when Jiraiya went Sage Man, I was like, ooh, what is that?
Cause he felt like,
it was just. But obviously, Pain Chug was 6 more of them, and I was like, oh.
Wait, so why did he? Was he not strong enough to defeat him? Basically,
Pain is like because Pain literally wiped out everyone.
They know Pain was. They know that's the nerve Pain somehow. Man was basically dying.
Like I think they found him in his trunk.
I think I remember Masashi Kishimoto saying that Pain arc was like kind of like a what if. Like they just murked everyone, like because basically almost everyone died. Like essentially,
when you got the resurrection thing.
Yeah, they had to do like a resurrection thing at the end of that.
Kakashi died would have been bigger for Naruto than Jiraiya dying to me.
Yeah.
And Sasuke would have felt something if Kakashi died.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the thing.
He let everyone know when he died.
But you know what I mean? Like, Sasuke would have felt something if Kakashi died.
Would he?
Yeah, he would, definitely.
That guy can't be trusted. Even in Boruto, you guys need to watch out for Sasuke.
I still don't trust him.
I don't know.
He's calm now. But before, and another fight that was mad, Sasuke vs Danzo. That is crazy.
Was that when he was like doing some metamorphosis?
That when he got
the Susanoo O.
Oh yeah, Susanoo.
Yeah, Susanoo. Yeah.
No, but Danzo wasn't full powered. He didn't. He was scared that he had to fight. Was it Kakashi?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Or he was scared he was gonna have to fight someone else if he killed Sasuke just in case.
Oh, was Danzo the one who had his collection of eyes?
Yeah,
and he was like using them to basically stay immortal.
Yeah.
In Izanagi?
Yeah, Izanagi.
Danzo's one politician, man.
Sasuke and Itachi versus Kabuto. Hard fight.
Even Sasuke versus Itachi was a hard fight.
Yeah.
The Genjutsu was disgusting.
Yeah. And taking Sasuke's. I know when he took Sasuke's eyes.
Yeah.
One of his eyes. Jeez.
Did he lose it forever?
Nah, he got it back. And then he unlocked his Mangekyo Sharingan. And that's the first time you see the pattern in Sasuke's.
There's mob fights, but I can't remember their names. There's mob fights. You know mob when his brother was getting beaten up
in the alleyway. Yeah,
that fight was sick.
That's like the first time you see mob like. Yeah.
Mob Psycho season 3's coming up soon.
I'm looking forward to that.
Can't wait.
That's actually like. It's not like it's kind of like if you know you know one of those animes like. It's not bad at all. Like especially season 2 is even better than season 1.
Yeah. Mob Psycho.
Yeah.
And you see do you know when the animation is called the fight's gonna be cold when you see cubes.
Yeah.
You see cubes and cubes. It's cold.
Just another anime that has cubes and cubes and cubes.
What do you mean cubes?
We're talking about.
You know when they animate the fight, and they break the like stone or something, and you see cubes.
Yeah. The speed of like how fast.
Yeah.
It's just going. Hero Academia has loads of those fights. Deku versus what's her name? In season 4, forgot his name now. But the mafia guy.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Overall, yeah.
For personally, that fight was underwhelming compared to the manga.
Yeah, I can understand that as well. Because
what was his power?
He could DK kind of. Yeah, it was DK stuff as well. But it's a different type of decay. I can't remember exactly. But it was like to do with like bodily functions, I believe. So.
And then he had to like get some help from people. Like was there someone who could like regenerate or pass on people's powers?
Oh no, he took there's a god that he kidnapped called Eri, who can rewind people back to like a state where they have powers. And like constantly rewind them. So why the Deku vs Overhaul fight is so interesting is because Deku goes 100% like infinite because Eri is on his back and is helping him at the same time whilst he's using All for One. That's the first time you see Deku at 100%. It's basically Super Saiyan 2.
Oh yeah.
No more flicking people to
like just full on punches and kicks.
Todoroki versus Deku in the festival.
Yeah, that's a sports festival.
That was
crazy fight.
Where is it for?
You see Todoroki uses flames for the first time, probably.
It made him use it. No,
but then obviously Todoroki got murked by Bakugo.
But I can't remember how that happened. How did that?
It's because Todoroki wasn't fighting 100%. He was kind of tired, and two, he was overwhelmed with like using his flames from his father's side, and that kind of brought all his trauma back. So Bakugo was pissed that Todoroki wasn't fighting properly, and just decided to murk him. So
that guy is so annoying. I'm sorry.
Bakugo, yeah, screaming 24/7. But I rate that voice actor though.
Yeah. Does anyone do you watch Black Clover? Apparently the facts in Black Clover, okay, the kids at school, they always say like Black Clover's really good. Tommy keeps telling me to watch Black Clover, so I mean, if one of these days I will get I watched the first 10 episodes and then I heard Asta screaming every episode.
That was the thing. I watched the first 2 episodes, and when Asta was screaming I was like, nah, like I can't deal with this. So, but we'll see what happens, because I know some stuff, and I've been seeing some manga stuff that's quite interesting.
Yeah, that one says the manga's good. Trying to think what else.
Fire Force. What's the guy who's
the black guy?
No, not well, that guy with the ink power that was wavy. Fire Force. But in particular, the guy who's on the broomstick, I forgot his name. Ibenimaru. That guy's crazy. Like, you could put him in any other anime and he'd be
too cold.
Yeah, be too cold.
He's a stronger to the verses in
I think so. Well, actually, no. Obviously, I read like all the manga based. He's one of the strongest characters.
What? I need to read that.
Because then there's some crazy stuff going on with like what's his name? The main character, obviously.
His name's
Shinra. Shinra. There's some crazy stuff going on with him.
See, the only when anime comes back, I'm gonna be annoyed with the fan service, and I just have to overlook it because what I know now is that the fact that it's a prequel.
It's actually not that bad from what I've read. Like where they left off in the anime, in the manga, there's not that much fan service. It's more like plot. Like driven.
Because remember that episode when what's her name's clothes just kept on falling off?
Oh yeah. That still happens. I don't know why they do that, but yeah.
Anime fan service.
Who else? You know, wavy fight is Callan versus what's his name again? I keep always forget their names. Code Geass. Callan versus Lucia's best friend. I forgot his name. But basically they have a mecha fight. But if you watched Code Geass, it's basically more for story than for like fights. But this is like one of the last fights in the anime. And basically the mechas, like, they keep getting destroyed, but like over time the mechas get stronger and better as the technology like develops and evolves. So by the time you're at the end, and Callan and I still forgot his name, have this fight, the mechas are like moving at like light speed, like just like flying across the screen, and that's probably one of the best fights I've ever seen.
At what rate do the technology evolve? Like, is it on a weekly basis?
I'd probably say like a few months, like throughout as the story progresses.
And how long would you say the span of the anime takes place? Or like a year?
I think it's 2 years, but I could be wrong.
Isn't there gonna be a new one or something?
That I do not know. It was rumored, but I don't know if it's been confirmed, because there was a plot. Because basically the anime ends one way, and then they did a movie that kind of continues from the anime. But if you prefer to stay with the anime ending, then you can stay with the anime ending, because that's like a perfect ending of the story.
Has anyone watched the rebuilds for Neon Genesis?
What?
Neon Genesis and Evangelion rebuild. So they've done. Do you know how the season series finished and then the movies? So they've done like the guy who directed it done rebuilds.
What's a rebuild?
Not rebuilds, reboots. Oh, they call it reboots. Not reboots. Alternates. It's just weird.
Oh, they renew.
Yeah,
how recent were they?
The last movie, which like finished everything, was last year. There was a big thing about it that like it was on Amazon and everything.
I think it still is on Amazon.
So yeah, because when I was like sick from like I had a cold or something. Was I had a cold? I think I was off from work and I just banged out all the things. But I don't get the hype behind it. Like, I didn't really like the rebuilds, but probably because I was trying to binge watch it. But I prefer the series. The series is really good.
Did it follow like a similar storyline?
Yeah.
It wasn't. So it's like
Same,
the same universe.
same universe and everything. But it's just mad.
Did it conclude it?
Yeah, it concluded it. But it did, but it didn't. It was weird.
They never want to conclude. They always want to leave it up to
It was very weird.
Just in case they decide to do
Because it was very weird, the ending. But everyone says that's depression upon depression watching Evangelion, which I kinda agree with.
I'm thinking of some meme I saw about Shinji.
Oh, is that the one where he's beating his meat?
Remember I told you to watch it, the movie, and then
I think I was in Nigeria when you told me to watch the film. Like, yeah.
Because I said, don't watch it. He told me, yeah, watch the film. And then he said, like, what did he say? And then, and I was like, cute. And he's like, you'll know what I mean once you watch it. I was watching it downstairs on the laptop. Yeah, you see my man say that. I was like, oh no, please no. And then I had to watch it, like, finish watching it upstairs.
Yeah, I was thinking you have to go upstairs.
I said, no, but is he? His self-pity is mad.
His what?
Self-pity that he has for himself is mad. Because he's like, after he's done it, I was like, I'm the worst of the worst. I'm like, yes, you are. But like, yeah, sorry, went off a tangent because I had Mecha. Mecha does some Neon Genus.
So you call it Genus, not Genesis?
I can't say anything properly, so I said, but it's Genesis, Neon Genesis, Evangelion Genus. Why did I say Genus?
I don't know.
But that's all I just slightly just lost.
I wouldn't mind rewatching that.
I want to rewatch it because
but it's like I need to have time. Like, and there's bare stuff I need to actually watch that I haven't watched yet before I go and rewatch that.
One fight that everyone should watch: epic 2010-2011 start anime, edgy as hell. Fate Zero, Kiritsugu versus Kire. Ooh, this fight is hard. They've been hyping it up since the beginning of the series.
Them ones, when they hype it episode 1
all the way to the end, and it's like the perfect fight because they're both equally matched. And I'm not even gonna spoil how the fight ends, but it's just a mad fight. Like,
for Boruto, I know in the first episode they did something where they showed
yes,
how that fight happened.
That's the only reason why I started reading it.
Is that gonna meant to be like the
it's supposed to be in the time skip, yeah.
Okay.
So damn annoying.
But do you think post that fight the show will continue? That fight isn't like
Yeah, I think so. I don't think that fight is the end.
I want Boruto to be the last of like the Naruto things. They can't make the children's children.
What would Boruto's child name?
He would be so OP.
Yeah.
If it's with if they ship him as Sadora.
Yeah.
Who's that child?
Sakura and
Sasuke.
Sasuke's child.
Kasarada's Sharingan.
Man will have that joke, that eye that they don't know what it's called. Jogan,
yeah.
And then the Sharingan will just be OP.
Does Sakura have like any inherited abilities?
No, that's why I like her actually. Everyone says she's useless, but I like her for that fact.
Because she trained to get the 1,000 healing jutsu. It wasn't like given to her. It was like she trained for it, so it makes sense.
So Renegon and
you don't even know what happened in. I did not say it.
What?
In the manga, do you remember what happened in the
Sasuke? Yeah. No, we're not talking about that.
They both got nerfed finally.
Naruto and Sasuke.
or did someone like take them down a notch?
Yeah, Boruto.
It's not even funny.
So you chef them.
I'm not saying anything else.
It's that OP.
It's convoluted.
It's convoluted.
It's very convoluted.
Because they're doing some alien technology now in Boruto, so I just see like some mecha stuff going on.
No, it's nothing like that.
It's the whole Hokage. Wow.
It's madness.
To be fair, yeah, Naruto didn't get enough by